Hey YouTube, what's up? This is 24K signing in. Seriously, WWE, you're going to give Cena the win again? 15-time World Heavyweight Champion? Can't you do something different? You have all this young talent, and you're not doing a damn thing with them. What is going on, WWE? Seriously. You got Roman Reigns. And I get it in a way that you may want to hold off on giving him the championship just because he's still developing. I understand that. Maybe you didn't want to take a chance on him just yet. Maybe he's not quite ready yet. But I could see him winning it too. So I don't know. I guess it's alright that you didn't give him the win just yet. And I can see him somewhere down the road winning the belt. But you got Roman Reigns. Cesaro. He deserves it too, in my opinion. I mean, he's had so much momentum these past few months. He has Paul Heyman in his corner. He's a Paul Heyman guy. Give the Paul Heyman guy the win. That would have been really interesting. I think the crowd could get behind that. And he's a great wrestler. Paul Heyman's great on the mic. It would give Paul Heyman something new to say. It could be, instead of saying, "Oh, by the way, my client beat the streak." Okay, we get it. Okay? Very good. Congratulations. But it's getting old. It would just give him something new to say. Paul Heyman's great on the mic, don't get me wrong. But him just saying, my client beat the streak. That's getting old. Now, you got Bray Wyatt. That would have been interesting. I think the crowd would have definitely really got behind that. That would have been amazing. You had, obviously, Sheamus most likely wasn't going to win it. He already has the U.S. title. And I would prefer him not to have it, but if it was down between Sheamus and Cena, I'd prefer Sheamus. You have Del Rio. Del Rio, he's flat out boring since he lost his car gimmick and since he lost Ricardo in his corner. He needs some type of gimmick. He's boring. He's a decent wrestler, but boring. So I don't know. That would have been a close one between Cena and Del Rio. I don't know who would I have preferred win over those two wrestlers. Then you got Kane, and yes, obviously he's not a younger talent, but this is the only talent that's older that I would have been okay with winning, just because he's never really won before, and when he has, it's been briefly. And you got to think that he's near the end of his career. And I think it would have been kind of cool to have him win just because he's near the end of his career and he deserves it, in my opinion. And plus, he was feuding with Daniel Bryan before Daniel Bryan got hurt. So they could restart their feud when Daniel Bryan comes back. Daniel Bryan beats Kane at a pay-per-view event, retains the title. That Monday night on Raw, Kane retires as a wrestler. He still will be part of the company, behind the scenes type of stuff, or part of the authority on the show sometimes, but not wrestle anymore. That that would have been an interesting scenario, and I could have seen that play out. And even Orton, I would have preferred to see Orton win over Cena, even though Orton's won a lot lately, and I don't like Orton too much. But from a storyline standpoint, if they had Orton win, it would have been really interesting, and they would have had a lot of potential from a storyline standpoint. Because Seth Rollins earlier in the night won the contract. I could have seen Seth Rollins cash in on Orton, Rollins become the new World Heavyweight Champion against Orton, and cause tension within the authority. That would have been really interesting. Who knows, that could still somehow happen somewhere down the road. But I don't see that happening anytime soon now that Cena has won it. It's just enough already. It's so boring and predictable. I understand Cena was in his hometown. But still, just because the guy's performing in his hometown doesn't necessarily mean he has to win. But, of course, the WWE has him win, and I guess they're not comfortable with anyone else winning right now. And Daniel Bryan announced earlier in the night that his injury is a lot more severe, and he's going to be out for a lot longer. He didn't give us an exact date, but I guess the WWE isn't comfortable at this point in time giving someone else a chance. That's the only thing I can think of. But it's still ridiculous because I think the crowd would get really into it if Cesaro won, if Bray Wyatt won, if Roman Reigns won, even if Kane won, even though Kane screwed over Dean Ambrose earlier in the night. So let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? What do you think? Where do you think the WWE is going with this, with Cena winning this? Do you think he'll have it long term, or do you think he'll lose it at the next pay-per-view event? Hopefully he will, but I just got that feeling that he won't, and he will have it for months and months until Daniel Bryan comes back, and it will just be boring. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter, AlexGold14. Feel free to subscribe to me.